Proposed bill will reduce California rents by 25%. Yes, just when you think there cannot be any more draconian California measures taken against the real estate market, a bill in the California legislature, if enacted, would reduce rents by 25%. Sure, I know this sounds crazy, but it is in fact real. The California legislature's bill is denoted as AB 828, and it's proposed by a San Francisco Democrat assemblyman. The bill, like the entire liberal progressive agenda, is being pushed under the guise of a coronavirus measure. Well, I better clarify that a little bit. It does have to do with our pandemic of stupid liberal progressive ideas forced upon the middle class in California. Now, in the text below, I'm going to put one paragraph directly from the proposed bill dealing with the 25% rent reduction, which would affect anybody who is affected by loss of income from the virus and would run for 1 year from the time that all the restrictions are lifted by the governor. Now, to me, this certainly seems to be another leftist push to destroy all privately owned residential real estate in the state of California. The vast majority of rental properties in California return anywhere from about a little under 5% to 8% of the owner's equity after all expenses are taken into consideration. So to have a blanket 25% reduction in rent would mean that rental owners in California will be suffering a huge loss while this provision is in place. Now, I understand that some might say, well, why not reduce to 25% or 5% or something like that? My answer to the argument is keep government out of private transactions. If people cannot abide by their legal contracts, there are specific delineated provisions for how these will be addressed in the contract. I believe the sanctity of the otherwise totally legal private contracts should not be arbitrarily overwritten by what is the exercise of unconstitutional powers by the state of California. Hopefully this crazy bill will not be approved, but if it is, and then combine it with the fact that landlords cannot evict tenants until the end of this crisis is lifted. The date on that is supposedly the end of May, but then under the order that was issued by the governor, it has 2 additional words, unless extended. And now the court system in California came up with a thing that even after the restrictions end, whatever time that is, the end of May, the end of September, the end of October, who knows now, you cannot file for unlawful detainer for an additional 60 days. I mean, this is incredible how much money tenants may owe. And sure, all these bills and executive orders and everything say the tenant is still responsible for that. But when you have the tenant owing easily over $10,000 in many cases, that tenant most probably is going to disappear. And then it's the landlord who's going to have to try to track them down and collect. And if they're not working or they can't be located, he just has to suffer that loss. I mean, this is incredible. Anyway, let's hope that it doesn't get approved. If you're interested in this subject, be sure to see the text below for links to my other articles and videos talking about the other provisions that are harming landlords in the state of California. Also, please keep in mind that I am not an attorney or a financial advisor. I am just giving my personal opinion on the situation. So before acting on anything here, talk to your financial advisor or legal advisor and get their advice. For information about the current condition of the San Diego residential real estate market, be sure to visit brokerforyou.com. The 4 is FOR and the U is YOU. Hey, thanks.